Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about a topic that's kind of been, I feel like everyone encounters this once or more times in their life. And let's just get to the meat and potatoes of this, but the struggle of loneliness that I'm starting to see a lot in the internet's ether per se, right? I don't know. I just see a lot of like comments and social media stuff that, you know, people are feeling pretty lonely right now. And you think, hey, that's pretty ironic in a age where we are more connected than ever and you can really contact someone with the touch of a button or a couple clicks. So, leads me to believe, why are things like this? Why are we feeling like this? And I think the simple answer is there's not one root cause. I would like to chalk things up as to what's leading to this issue, right? But a couple things come to mind. So, for one, I think of social media, um, just starting from up there and it trickles down to other things of life. Um, People can feel lonely from that kind of content. You could be comparing yourself to someone. You could be like vicariously living through someone else's like life, watching their stories and stuff. And it blows my mind because I think to like when my parents lived and they never had to worry about something like this or even like conceive this being like feasible. Like I've actually struggled with loneliness many times in my life and even recently. I think it just goes to show that like human connection and it's weird because humans are supposed to be social, and when you're more of an introverted person you tend to start realizing that aspect of you needs to be fulfilled in a way that is good for your mental health and physical, because when it comes to it, if you neglect that in that part of your life, you will start to suffer in more ways than not. And it's just not good for you, give or take. Um, Especially if you're like very low on it and you're more of like a loner, you isolate yourself and stuff. It's not going to be a fun time. Um, it's weird because I'm trying to think personally on my own life experiences. And in times when I felt lonely, it was usually when I opened my phone, went to see stories of people I followed, and then just started being like, damn, why don't I have that? Or, oh man, that relationship looks nice. Or, man, I want a girlfriend. Da da da. Like all these thoughts coming in. So, one thing I did that was tangible to kind of combat this is I just muted all my stories on Instagram. I don't watch them. I still follow these people, if they ever post something, but I rarely scroll on my posts. So to anyone that knows me, it's like, yeah, sorry, I don't really watch stuff anymore, but I'm doing it more for me, and it's not like, their problem. And yeah, it's a damn shame because from social media, I think it also just affects plenty of other things, right? Such as dating, talking with people, going out. All these things have been affected to where people are just feeling lonelier than ever. I'm 27, but I'm seeing this a lot with younger people, and it makes me sad because I'm like, when I was around like late high school to late college, I had a really good friend group. And if I was lonely during those times or struggling, like, and you're not, you're broke, you're not making a lot of money, you're just trying to find your way in the world, like, it just makes me sad to think about because you could really start going down a dark path. And um, It just sucks. It's like I'm conjuring like up ideas that I'm like, wow, I do remember that when I was struggling. And I've never really had a really long-term girlfriend, but you can feel lonely in a relationship too. So I can't really touch on that subject, but I think it all just trickles back to social media, how people are connecting to where the culture is different, to where people now more than ever are feeling lonely, especially online. Like people can make groups and stuff and chat groups, communities and stuff. And I feel like a sense of community is actually really powerful nowadays because for me personally, I go to the gym and I have a couple friends that they may not go to the same gym, but we all share in the passion of fitness. And it's nice to just, build off community on that. And, one, it's a healthy habit. Two, you meet new people. And three, it's like people that are making healthy habits in their life to where, you could build community off of that. And I think that's an awesome feeling that people should try to consider in their life, especially if you're feeling like rock bottom and you don't know where to move or what direction, right? You can go up, down, left, right. Like you're just feeling lost. I think fitness is a great way to start building a foundation because regardless of where you go, at least physically and mentally, you will feel better just because of exercise. Something as simple as that can start snowballing, momentum in your life to where you just feel like a G. Or I guess a girl could feel like a G, but in general, right? Like you just feel a lot better about yourself and maybe it opens up new doors or maybe you build more confidence. Maybe you're more of a risk taker and you take more chances socially. Um, Sometimes this sense of loneliness can also come from just feeling misunderstood or you feel like don't or like people don't care as much or they're doing their own life and I mean that's okay to feel that way, but I feel also don't make it your sense of identity because identity is a very strong motivator in one's life. And if you have this negative self-talk to where your sense of identity is like, oh, this is really extreme, but like, oh, I'm a loser, I'm a fat ass, I suck at math, I suck at communicating with people, talking, I suck. I'm not funny. Da da da. Like if those things you truly inherently believe, that's going to be your reality. Whether you want to improve it or not, the days will fly by, and before you know it, those things that you believe in will be true. Just because it's like, you know, at the end of the day, you're your only motivator. No one's going to push you in the back and be like, yeah, you need to change your life. You need to do this. You need to do that. Like, it needs to come from within. And if I can push you in that direction, I guess this video will serve as a reminder for that. But don't rely on that. Maybe this is a wake up call. Maybe this is a way where we can all feel a little less lonely. I know making these videos, maybe I'm trying to create a community from this. Maybe I'm just sharing my stream of consciousness, I guess, for on here. But, you know, trying to create more value here. And I know I use a lot of filler words. I know in some videos, like one for example, like I don't know. Like a lot of filler words happen and I'm trying to work on that myself because it's just not a good habit to have when trying to elaborate on your thoughts and so forth. But it goes to show we're all a work in progress. And that is okay. I think if you build upon yourself 1% every day, I know that's a popular term in the self improvement space, but it has some truth to it because what's the alternative? You just stay stagnant. You're okay with, how things are. This is all you got. Screw that. Fuck that, I say. There's more to life than just, going, I did it again. But I think it's perfect to say, here because deep down, you definitely know you got more in the tank. And I feel like these things I just discussed about will help at least go through some loneliness or, kind of work through it. So, that being said, that's all I had for today on this topic. So, catch you in the next video. Have a good rest of your day. It's like December, nice afternoon, California. It's beautiful out here. But yeah, try to get some sunshine as well. That always helps. All right. Peace.